It's setting up. It says it's happening. Friends, I know this is like that moment where you think Tank is going to shut the music off at assembly, but he doesn't. But you think maybe he will. And then you're all like, kind of like, I believe it is now operating on Facebook, which means it's time for me to start the recording and say, good afternoon, Gold Arrow Camp. What's up? And welcome to the afternoon assembly. It's the afternoon assembly for November. I'm Soy. I've got Chelster, Delta, and everybody's favorite song leader sandwich in the house to have a good time with us today. So glad that you are here. If you're joining us on Zoom or if you are joining us on Facebook, either way, we are here to have a good time. Let's go over a couple of rules really quickly. Please keep all conversations in the chat GACA, Gold Arrow Camp appropriate. That means we keep it positive. We build people up. We don't talk about things that might offend, scare, or anger anyone in the chat. If you'd like to exchange contact information like a phone number or a social media handle, please send us a note. It's really easy. Mail, M-A-I-L, at goldarrowcamp.com so that we can make sure everyone is who they say they are and that they want to exchange information. Delta, Chelster, Sandwich, me. We all love good GAC swag. Sandwich has on GAC swag, very exclusive stuff. That's not for sale anymore at the Monkey's Mountain Mint. But GAC swag is available in our online store. You can check that out. It's linked from our website. We're selling it. The holiday season is right around the corner, friends. And we have slashed prices. We're selling it to the virtual walls. Everything must go. I'm going to sell the virtual hangers. I'm going to sell the virtual fixtures. I'm going to sell the store till it's empty. I'm going to sell the virtual T-Quo Sharpie. It's all going, friends. We're selling all of it. So check that out. We also, a new addition recently, have, yes, Sierra knows, she put it in the chat. We have custom Gold Arrow Camp pajamas. Listen, high quality, custom fabric. We had fabric made just for this. This isn't like a screen printed pajama. This is everywhere on the fabric. It's repping Gold Arrow Camp. Check out goldarrowcamp.com/news for all of the details on the pajamas. And listen, it's been a month. The last time we chatted, we knew a little bit about the Creek Fire, but we did not know everything about the Creek Fire. So I just want to give you guys a little update and to say thank you for all of you who have offered support and emailed and called and told us how much camp meant to you. Like that was so meaningful to us. The Creek Fire is still burning, but it's now way past camp. Camp is safe. Monkey and I have both been in camp to check it out. And I can tell you, if you haven't seen that news from the email yesterday, the fire did destroy 2 sheds in the western part of camp. It destroyed the Granite Grove shed and the new tack shed. We have insurance, but it's not going to cover our full loss. There's obviously deductible. And that's like especially difficult because this year we didn't run regular camp. We ran online stuff that was awesome, but you know, if I'm honest, from a business point of view, didn't have the same impact that having everybody at camp has. So if you want to help, if you feel the call to donate to GAC, to give us, throw a little bit in our virtual tip jar, so to speak, you can contribute to the Creek Fire Fund. Details are available. I will put that link in the chat so you can see that. It's the GAC Strong Creek Fire Fund to help us rebuild the Granite Grove shed, to help us rebuild the tack shed, and replace all the stuff that was in them. All those tables and chairs for dances, all of our horse equipment, all of our mountain bikes no longer exist in the same form they once did. The mountain bikes are now puddles of aluminum. So you can see the bike, like the cogs are still there, but it's not rideable. And we want to replace all that stuff. So check that page out. It has all the details. There is a way that we will honor your donation. We're going to custom carve some signs with names and hang those up on the sheds to kind of say thank you in a very tangible way to the people who help us out. And even if you can't help, we know these times are not easy. Genuinely, simply reaching out and asking what you could do meant so much to us because it reminded us of how important camp was to all of you. So those are the announcements. Great. Got those out of the way. Let's dive in and have some fun, shall we, friends? We know that in the middle of a pandemic, everybody's missing out on something. I celebrated my 40th birthday during the pandemic. Delta celebrated her 30th birthday during the pandemic. I don't know. Sandwich, did you celebrate a birthday yet during the pandemic?
I did. I turned 20 back in July.
Exactly. And Shelster, I don't remember when your birthday is, but I assume your 29th birthday may be pandemic impacted.
Yes.
And so what we want to do, and what we've been doing from the beginning with these, is just a quick shout out to all the people who are in our GAC family that had a birthday. Here they are. We're going to do the one clap for all of these people who have a birthday coming up in November. Here they come. Anastasi and Ava and Janyar and Channing and Gandon and Grady with Hannah and Logan, Alexis and Charlotte. It's Nick, Sylvana and Brendan with Jacob and Nick and Tanner, Annabelle, Corinne with Evan and Jack and Jonah and Kelsey, Sophia and Derek, Grace and Maddie with Skylar and Zach and Brooke, Eduardo and Kylie and Lorelai, Zofia with Ava and Maddox and Ethan and Evelyn and Kate and Mia and Tatum and Willa and Charlie with Colin and Quinn and Ryan, Eloise with Ben and Hannah, Caroline and Emma and Judy, Savannah with Chloe and Jade and Lucas with Maisie and Avalon and Evie and Hector and Hope with Nick and Sophie and Jackson and William and Avery and Elsie and Marin and Mio with Farah and Henry and Laylee and Michael with Talia and Charlotte with Griffin and Jojo and Catherine and Sydney and Allie and Clive with Isa and Irie and Henry and Lindsay and Sabi and Zane with Annika and Chloe and Noah with Scarlett and Tess and Ashley and Charlie and Ella and Emma and Evan and George and Max and Nick, Santiago and Drew and Jesse and Reese and Allie and Avery and Ethan and Logan, Samantha and Caleb and Eli and Emma and Max and Nate with Scarlett and Shay, Sophia and Catherine and Elsie and Jack and Shelby and Dylan and Griffin and Max. Woo! Woo! It's 125 names.
I wish I had known that before going so hard on that.
I know. I did think as soon as you sold out, I was like, oh, Sandwich is in for a long time. He's not here for a good time. He's here for a long time. And he did a great job. I also thought as I read it, I could cut out the duplicate names when I had Griffin followed by Griffin. But then it's not as good because I'm shouting out individuals here. Everybody, your birthday is your special day. And you know what? It's worth the time it takes us to read that name. Man. Friends, it's November. And let's be honest, November can be hard for a lot of people. Here in California, we shifted our clocks. It gets dark a lot earlier. That's hard for a lot of people. It's hard for me. You might be feeling stress about the election or the pandemic or school or e-school or any number of things. And that's okay, right? It's supernatural to feel stressed out sometimes. But it's also important that we take some time out and focus on the positive. And I'm not talking about saying things are great when they're not. I'm not talking about what people might call toxic positivity, where everything has to be great all the time. But I am saying we can find a little chunk in our day and we can focus on things that are good and funny and goofy. Dog videos and cat videos. And in my case, people breaking giant trampoline videos. Love it when a guy my size goes through a trampoline. One of my favorite kinds of video on the internet. And so we're going to focus on the positive. We're going to laugh. We're going to have some fun. It's going to be just absolutely tremendous. Science tells us those things make us feel better mentally and physically. And I believe in science. One of the things that science says can make us feel better is getting up and singing a song. And friends, that's why we brought Sandwich on the show today. He's going to lead us in a little song. It's Sandwich time!
Thank you. Wow. Yeah. And thanks for having me. Sorry about the yawning. I was up I was up late last night, and I've been working from home, so this chair in my tiny apartment is where I've spent most of my time, which means, with the exception of clapping for 125 names, it can be tough to, move your body to get loose, if you will.
Are you a little stiff? Do you need?
I'm a little stiff.
To stretch it out a little, is what you're saying.
I would love to, but only if you would love to join me.
Sandwich, there is nothing in this world I would love more than to join you.
I'm so glad. All right, so I'm gonna stand for this. Whether you're in a chair or in a recliner, wherever you are, it's possible to get loose wherever you are, whatever position you might be in. But this is a repeat after me song and a do as I do song. But most importantly, a do as I do song. Because you're about to get loose. I get loose. I get funky. I get your body moving. It starts in your toes. Ow, your toes. I get loose. I get funky. I get your body moving. It starts in your toes. Ow, your toes. Your knees. Your hips. I get loose. I get funky. I get your body moving. It starts in your toes. Ow, your toes. Your knees. Your hips. Your thorax. Your shoulders. Ow. I get loose. I get funky. I get your body moving. It starts in your toes. Ow, your toes. Your knees. Your hips. Your thorax. Your shoulders. Ow. Your fingers. Your head. I get loose. Get your body moving. It starts in your toes. Ow, your toes. Your knees. Your hips. Your thorax. Your shoulders. Ow. Your fingers. Your head. And your body. Yes, your body. I got too loose.
I got over loose.
I'm overly loose.
Oh,
I feel so much better now. Thank you. Thank you for joining me.
The endorphins are moving a little.
Yeah.
To be honest, I was in a meeting from 1 to 3:45.
Ooh, it's hard to get loose in a meeting.
I did not get loose in the meeting. It was.
I know from personal experience, if you start singing "I Get Loose" in the middle of a meeting, people don't always appreciate that. But
it does get a little weird. That is absolutely accurate.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm glad that we can have the kind of meeting where we get loose, Sandwich, and nobody thinks
absolutely.
They're just like, yeah, I get loose.
Yeah.
I get funky.
GAC, it's weird. It's weird if nobody breaks out and I get loose.
It really is. That's why we love GAC, if we're honest.
Yes.
Well, thanks, Sandwich. I love Get Loose, and I think that's what we all needed today. So we were talking about November. A little stressful sometimes, but I've got great news, guys. November, so it has some national recognition here in the United States. Obviously, Thanksgiving is coming up. I'm personally team pumpkin pie. What's up? It is also Banana Pudding Lovers Month. If you love that banana pudding, Delta does. Look at that. Also, I think this Delta probably applies to you. National Skincare Month. I know you love a good skincare routine. And it's National Write a Novel Month. So if you write a novel this month, go ahead, send us an email, mail@goldarrowcamp.com. We will plug it in the next Appreciation Assembly Campfire. I will plug your novel if you write a novel this month. Listen, I kind of hope Sunshine doesn't watch the video because I'll have to plug a novel. She'll just knock out another one. And today, November 4th, friends, it is National Candy Day. What is up? So if you want to head to the chat, either here or on Facebook, make sure if you're here in Zoom, it's to panelists and attendees. Tell me what your favorite candy is. Really want to know what your favorite candy is. So go ahead and comment there. I'm going to tell you my favorite candies. Whew. I love Mike and Ike's. Chelster loves Junior Mint. Sierra is 100 grand kind of person. I also like hot tamales. I like M&Ms, like caramel M&Ms, peanut M&Ms, peanut butter M&Ms, Werther's, even though those are like old lady candies. Kit Kat, I'm with you, Delta. Gummy bears, gummy worms, gummy sharks, Sour Patch Kids, Sour Patch. Listen, long story short, I love candy. It's National Candy Day, which is insane because it's 5 days after Halloween, which is basically unofficial National Candy Day. Yes, sour gummy worms. Yes. Reese's Take 5. That is an underappreciated candy. Yes. This is what I'm talking about, people. We can celebrate all the candies today. Candy matters. It's so good. Sandwich, are you getting candy out right now? Yes. It's Pez, which is my favorite candy.
My family sent me some Pez for Halloween, and I never opened it. So this is my new Pez friend.
I love Pez. I thought about showing off. I got 12 Pez dispensers for the 12 days of Christmas. There's a partridge in a pear tree and the whole thing. It's so good. I'm such a sorry. Oh my word. You know, another thing that we play here at Golden Arrow Camp is the stat of the day. And so here comes that stat of the day soundtrack. Maybe I might not have this set up right, so I'm just going to sing it. Stat of the day, stat of the day, dooba-dooba-dooba, stat of the day, stat of the day. Here comes that what? Stat of the day. Bop! I get the bop right because I sang it. That's a pretty good one. Eva, Twix, what's up? I know. I got you. Chocolate, caramel, crunch. Perfect. So here you go. You want to put your guess in the chat here in Zoom or on Facebook. A little bit of a current events one for us at camp. How many acres as of this morning is the creek fire? How many acres as of this morning is the creek fire? It's a good question. How many acres as of this morning is the creek fire? Sandwich has a guess. He guesses 2,000. It's a good guess. Delta, do you have a guess? Chelster, do you have a guess? Glitter, you could guess. I hadn't looked. Chelster says 550,000. Good guess. It's a big fire. It is for what it's worth, the biggest fire in California's history right now. Sierra with 370,000. Glitter actually knows the answer, so she's not going to guess. I appreciate that. Delta says 600,000. I was just checking Facebook to see if there were guesses there. I do not see any there. And so I'm going to tell you that Sierra is the winner. Way to go, Sierra. You won stat of the day today. The actual number this morning was 378,300 acres have been burned. The fire is still burning in the high country, but camp is safe. And so we thank you. Slutsky is guessing 1,000 acres right at the end there. I think we all wish it was only 1,000 acres at this point. Sandwich was super close. You were only off by 300,000 acres. All right. She's been in the corner. You have seen her, I hope, this whole time. Just hanging out. You know what? It's Delta, 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 Delta. She's going to read some wows.
Woo! Yay. We had 13 wows.
What's up, 13 wows?
Woohoo! Since the last assembly a month ago. So I'm going to read a few now. This one is to Yorkie and Ray. Thanks for introducing me to a new card game. It was really fun, from Grizzly. Snaps for that. To Sarah, you are the funniest person. Thanks for being so cool, from Jacob. And To Tess, thank you for always making me laugh and encouraging me. I can't imagine a day without your smile. From Maggie. So I think the link is in the chat.
It
If you
is.
send some wows, and then we'll send those on to those people so they will get their virtual wow in their email, and that will really make their day. So send on those wows. Let's have more than 13 next month.
You can
And
brighten somebody's kind of dark fall day.
it would be so cool to get that in your inbox.
I think like an inbox wow is like a warm cup of cocoa while I'm wearing a flannel and smelling pumpkin spice.
Basically the best feeling ever.
Yes, exactly. It cuddles me. Well, thanks. That was Delta, 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 Delta. And now, since we are staying at home, I'm still working, as you can see, from the GAC World Headquarters remote site in my spare room just outside of Clovis. So as we all are mostly working from home or going to school from home, we're going to bring Chelster on to do a little stay-at-home tip. What can we do?
All
to
right.
make being at home be better, Chelster?
Yes.
Other
Okay.
than
Well,
dancing and being positive and sending wows.
absolutely. And getting loose. So all of those things
So
are good.
loose.
Absolutely. So you mentioned November. It's November. You mentioned Thanksgiving's coming up. You're
is.
a pumpkin pie guy. So I have a
am.
couple
Whipped cream.
tips surrounding Thanksgiving. So this is a different year for us, as we all know. You might not get a chance to see all your relatives or friends who normally gather for Thanksgiving. So here are a couple tips to help you to connect with them. The first one is send a Thanksgiving care package. So if you have grandparents or cousins or someone who can't travel to you this year for Thanksgiving, send them a little care package.
Love
Maybe
that.
put in some cute Thanksgiving napkins, maybe a baked good that is kind of centered around the holidays, maybe some spice cider, mulling cider to put on the stove.
Okay.
So there's some things you could put in there. And I highly recommend putting in there a little gratitude note. Let them know why you're grateful for them.
Yes.
So that's number one. Number two is if you're having an online Thanksgiving or you're bringing people in online with your family for Thanksgiving, why don't you create a slideshow? So have everyone submit photos from their own families or friends and have them submit it and then play a slideshow during your Thanksgiving dinner or whenever you get together during the holidays. And I think that would be a really fun idea.
And I think the nice part about slideshows is it's something that oftentimes kids maybe are more adept at than grownups. Like a little bit more natural in that space. And so listen, let mom take care of the turkey. Let dad do the potatoes. You do the slideshow, blow everybody's mind.
Exactly.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Chelsea. That was a great 2 stay-at-home tips. And listen, if you're looking to brighten somebody's day with some spiced cider in a package, you got my address. That's what I'm saying. All right. Now we're going to play a little game. It's going to be Sandwich and Delta are going to play a little game for me, a game that required absolutely no preparation from them. It's a game we call Would You Rather? And so I've simply got 10 questions. Delta and Sandwich are going to answer Would You Rather. If you're here in Zoom, I've got polls set up so that you can answer as well. Guys, you just got to tell me which you would rather do and why. Here comes the first one. Thanksgiving theme for this one. Would you rather have turkey breakfast cereal or turkey ice cream? Ladies first. Delta, turkey ice cream or turkey cereal?
Oh gosh. Like, is it crunchy cereal? Like, or is it like cut up pieces of turkey and milk?
Yeah, I mean,
like if it's cut up pieces of turkey and milk, I think I'd prefer that. Like that couldn't be that bad, right? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, back in Massachusetts, we've got Turkey Hill ice cream, which is the name of an ice cream company. So if that's what turkey ice cream is, then yeah, turkey ice cream, that's delicious. But like turkey flavored ice cream,
I'm gonna go with breakfast.
Yeah. I'm also gonna go with breakfast.
Okay, and the poll went with breakfast as well. Okay, great work, guys. Second question: would you rather sneeze cheese or have tears that are vanilla pudding? Would you rather
Well,
sneeze cheese or have tears that are vanilla pudding?
I'll go ahead and go vanilla pudding tears. Because when they drip, then you could lick them. And like, you don't want cheese out of your nose. I don't really like cheese anyways, but like.
Fair.
Right.
So Delta's on for pudding. Sandwich, what do you say?
I mean, I love cheese. I eat it all the time, regardless of whether or not I sneeze it. But in the pandemic we're currently in, I don't want to be sneezing anywhere on anybody.
You know what?
And
I appreciate your dedication to public safety.
yeah, I thank you. And
So
so I gotta go with pudding.
Got to go with pudding. Okay.
Good
Also, I
answer.
love pudding.
Would you rather have a unicorn horn or a horse tail? Unicorn horn or a horse tail? Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Delta says
King
unicorn horn.
horn.
So does Sandwich.
Yeah.
But it looks like
Horn
most
pierce
people
the
like
sky.
unicorn horn. I think personally, I'd want the tail because you can hide a tail. Like, if in a formal situation, you could hide it a little. Whereas the horn, like, I got black tails and a thing going on. Sierra, thank you. Great
But
minds
like
think alike.
a unicorn horn is so unique. So you would really stand out in the crowd, and you could put like so many fun things on it and
It's a
decorate
conversation starter. You could decorate it for the seasons.
it. Exactly.
That's true. You could
Some
decorate.
tinsel on there.
I
Dress
like-
it up like a little turkey.
You
little
could get
mummy
like a little
for
turkey
Halloween.
Yeah. This is why I have you guys play the game. You're more creative than I am. Okay. Would you rather eat a dead bug or a live worm?
No.
Dead bug or a live worm?
I'm
They're
with
both
Delta.
like, can we go back to the turkey question? Let's talk about the turkey question again.
Can I take a horsetail and a unicorn?
Sure. I'll take that for you. No, you can't. You have to choose.
I need to
Dead
barter
bug
my
or
way
live
out
worm?
of this one. Dead bug.
Dead bug for sandwich.
Yeah.
Like which kind?
See, that's the advantage to the bug, I think. I've eaten a bug before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crickets are like good.
Yeah,
for you.
crickets. Okay, so we're all eating dead bugs. Nobody wants the slithery, slimy worm. Glitter does say neither. Sierra's right. People eat dead bugs all the time. There are some places where they're like kind of normal for eating.
Yeah.
All right.
Or when they're like in a lollipop,
Mhm.
you know?
Oh yeah, I had one.
Would you rather live in Florida and only own winter clothes, or live in Alaska and only own summer clothes? Delta.
Florida with winter clothes.
Delta says Florida. She'd rather be hot than cold.
I always wear sweaters anyways.
It's true.
I'm a
Delta
lot.
is actually coming to us from Mississippi in like a Sherpa.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think I would. I've never been to Alaska. I've always wanted to go to Alaska, and if I need to wear a bathing suit in order to go there,
Listen,
that sacrifice.
Sandwich looked at this and he went, "Free trip." And
Yeah, right.
I appreciate that thought process is one that I absolutely appreciate. Okay. Would you rather speak only in rhymes or only in song lyrics? Only in rhymes or only in song lyrics?
I feel like I do both of these a lot all the time. So
But it's only you lose all of
I
your
have to-
other
yeah, I have to
abilities.
lose.
It's only.
oh no.
I know. That's why they're.
I
tricky.
go song lyrics.
I think
I
song
go
lyrics
with-
is
Yeah.
right.
I
Good
go song lyrics.
conversation starter too.
Because you can't always get what you want.
But if you try sometimes, you might find
Might
you get what you need.
you get what you need.
I see what we did there, and I appreciated it. Would you rather? This is going to be hard. This is more for the poll people, but you guys can answer. Would you rather have homework every night but no chores, or no chores every night but homework? What would you rather have? I think
Homework all day, day.
I'm with Delta. Homework all the time. Give me
I
homework and no
like
chores.
homework.
I think
Yeah.
everybody's like, listen, I'll do like AP history and economics. I don't want to empty the dishwasher. I'm with you. I am with you.
Can we like choose which grade we're in? You know, like can I go to like third grade math and just stick
no,
there?
No. It's age appropriate homework.
Maybe chores.
Oh, this is a good one. Would you rather only be able to eat dessert foods for breakfast or breakfast foods for dinner?
Dessert foods.
You give up all your normal breakfast foods, you can only have dessert, or you give up all your normal dinner foods, you can only have breakfast.
Provided that the dessert breakfast food is like a chocolate cake pancake from a certain pancake restaurant in Fresno, California, then I think I have to go
IHOP. He's talking
with
about
dessert for
IHOP.
breakfast.
He's not talking about IHOP. It's not. It's a little place called Batter Up.
A little place called Batter Up.
That
I
sandwich
never
and
talk
both
about
love.
it.
I'm
I
gonna
do
go
love
dessert
breakfast for dinner,
breakfast.
but the
I
problem
vote
is
dessert.
I love Brinner as well because I see the chat is kind of blowing up. People saying love breakfast for dinner. So do I. The problem is I love other dinner foods and I don't want to give them up.
Oh yeah. But like a good hot brownie for breakfast, I've definitely had that. But
yeah, yeah. No, listen, there's a choir and you're preaching right to him, Delta.
like,
would you rather have fingers as long as your legs or legs as long as your fingers?
this would pose some very hard questions. I mean,
Mental images in my mind.
Just giant long fingers.
I want to say fingers, but then I think about everything that you do. I mean, could you imagine typing? Your computer would have to be like.
But the flip side is imagine walking around on 6-inch long legs.
That too. Is the rest of your body the same size it is now?
Yes. Yes.
I want that. I want that one.
I think I would
legs,
do that, right?
Finger legs.
You'd have better function of
I
everything
do think
else.
you're more functional, although your feet would be way out of scale, which would be a little weird. But
Right.
I
It
agree.
takes some getting used to.
Yeah. Whew. I
Definitely
love the
trial and
look on
error.
I love it when you hit him with a really wild one and Delta's just like,
Sorry.
her brain
can't
can't
hide.
process the insanity. Would you rather, this is our last one. Would you rather fall asleep the instant your head hits the pillow or wake up right on time every morning without an alarm?
Oh.
Like right on time, meaning still have like time to get ready and everything.
Exactly. The perfect time for you to like have your coffee, your breakfast, get dressed, get out the door. Like, and so that would move every day. Just whatever you need, bang, you awake right on time. No alarm.
That one.
I would love to be able to just fall asleep instantly.
Okay. And this one, wildly, it looks like a dead even split. The poll is split.
Wow.
The participants are split.
Yeah.
Guys, I always want to say thank you for taking part in my shenanigan Would You Rather. That was so much fun. I'm never going to forget leg fingers and finger legs. It's so good. Oh, guys, this is what we're trying to do. Listen, we got a note from a former staff member who lives overseas, and she was saying that because of the way the world is with the pandemic and everything, it's like trendy to be sad and depressed where she lives. Like a cool thing for young people is to talk about how sad you are that you're missing everything. And listen, it's okay to be sad. Like that's a really reasonable response. But we can also like get those endorphins running by thinking about fingers like legs or really short legs. Like we can do that. We can have some fun, guys. And that's what we're here for. I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed this. I think we enjoyed this. This was so much fun. We got loose. We played Would You Rather. We talked about candy. We played Stat of the Day. I sang the theme song because of a certain lack of preparation. Guys,
I
thanks
like
so
that.
much for being with us. That was good, right?
Yeah.
Thank you for being with us
Fantastic.
on the afternoon virtual assembly. We'll be right back here in December. Keep an eye on your email. GAC Strong Fund, if you want to help us out to help rebuild and replenish some program activity stuff. Pajamas are for sale. Keep an eye on the GAC store. I don't want to give anything away, but we have a couple more holiday items coming that you could give as holiday gifts. And Chelster and Delta have seen them, and they know what they are. And look at Chelster's face. Chelster's like, uh-huh. And Chelster already has one on order as a gift. I don't want to say any more because Katavi and Elliot might watch this. I don't want to say what it is, but I'm just saying, keep an eye on the GAC socials. Keep an eye on our online store. There's going to be great holiday stuff there this year. Thanks so much for being a part of the family. This is the highlight of my month every time we do it. It's so much fun to be with people doing camp things, even if it's in front of a screen and it's not quite right. But close your eyes for just a moment. You can smell the smoke. You can hear the fire crackling. You can see the stars above the High Sierra. And we're going to be back together in 2021, and it's going to be tremendous. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thanks for being a part of our family. We will see you in December. Adios, everybody.